Reform UK founder Nigel Farage and broadcaster Piers Morgan clashed over Brexit on BBC Question Time. Piers Morgan and Nigel Farage have faced off over Brexit in a heated reunion on BBC Question Time. The TV presenter and veteran journalist suggested there should be another referendum on Brexit during a heated debate about how to tackle immigration. He told the QT audience, "Why don't we have another referendum about Brexit? I seem to remember when 2016 came around we were told there was going to be control of our borders and it was going to be economically beneficial to this country. And 8 years later we have lost complete control of our borders. And economically it seems to have been a willful act of self-harm." Morgan then pointed to fellow Question Time panellist, Farage, identifying the Brexiteer as one of the main architects of the UK's exit from the EU. He added, "Farage could have run to stand as a Member of Parliament in this election, but has chosen not to because he wants to go and help Donald Trump get elected in America." The YouTube presenter then pointed to Farage and asked what objections he would have to allow the British people to decide in a referendum whether they were sold a complete pack of nonsense. Farage dodged the question, telling Morgan, "Why did people vote for Brexit? Well, there were lots of reasons. Getting back control of our lives was the main one, our democracy, governing ourselves." He identified getting control of Britain's border as the single most important element. He said Labour had overseen more than 2 million people entering the UK while in power. The Reform UK founder said under the Conservative Party net migration has accelerated, adding, "The point about Brexit, Piers, was that it gives us total control over who can come and live in our country." At that point, Morgan interrupted, shouting out, "We have no control." To which Farage shot back, "We have total control, but we have a government that has willfully got us to vote for them in 2019, and I helped them with that by standing aside in the general election, and they have willfully ignored the wishes of the people, betrayed Brexit voters." Pushed to explain how the UK can tackle immigration, Farage cried out, "Use our Brexit powers." He went on to claim big business in the UK has an appetite onto cheap labour and pointed to an election proposal tabled by Reform UK that the party argues would encourage employers to hire more Brits. Morgan and Farage were joined on Question Time by Schools Minister Damien Hinds, Labour's Shadow Health Secretary Wes Streeting and Rose Hudson-Wilkin, the Bishop of Dover. The show was broadcast from Epsom, Surrey, 5 weeks before voters go to the polls on July 4. Ahead of its airing, Morgan tweeted his views on being reunited with Reform UK's honorary president, in remarks which appeared to reignite a feud between the two. Morgan wrote, "Well, this should be fun. Haven't seen Farage since the little weasel tried to stab me in the back with Trump." The veteran journalist and broadcaster alluded to an accusation made in 2022 in which Morgan claimed Farage sent a dossier of unpleasant things the former Talk TV presenter had previously said about Trump.